What will happen, do you think, in Sheffield this Friday night?
Hopefully not much, if I'm brutally honest. I think Scott would certainly echo me on that one.
Yes, certainly.
OK, so it's not going to be dodgy. We might as well go back to bed ourselves now. It's BBC Radio Sheffield. If you've just joined us, it's 7 minutes past 10, and you are now part of a historic broadcast, because we're doing one night in Sheffield, and we're staying up all night. All sorts of BBC Radio Sheffield people are all over the place, finding out what we're all up to, and having, I hope, a lot of fun, as well as finding out things we don't know already. I'm in the studios at the moment with the Chief Inspector Richard Lambert from South Yorkshire Police. He's in the Sheffield Command team, and he is on duty, and he might leave us at any point. Scott Bailey is the Unite chair. He's also involved with Plug. And you're not working tonight, Scott?
No, not at the moment.
Good. Well, you and I'll have a nice night, even if nobody else is. What would you normally be doing on a Friday night?
Like Richard, really. We've got a good team at Plug, and I would normally be sat on the sofa with my wife as well, I suppose, really. But, again, an invitation I couldn't refuse.
How dangerous is your bit of Sheffield?
Not at all. And I don't think that Sheffield is dangerous. I know that if you read certain newspapers and you listen to sort of certain narratives that are peddled, you might have that view, but that's statistically not the case. Right. Sheffield is statistically the safest city, and that's something which I'm proud of. We should all be proud of. I understand why the council and South Yorkshire Police don't bang that drum too loudly. You know, I'm sure that it's not fair to ask Richard this question, but I think the point is that if you shout too loudly about something and then you are not the safest city,
right.
then everyone's going to be coming at you from that angle. But it has been for many years, and that's the starting point, really. That's the way I think we should be viewing tonight, and that's the way people should view the city.
Great. BBC Radio Sheffield it is. The city is Sheffield. We're out up all night. We're going round finding out what's going on. What's going on at the Plug? In fact, you'd better go back a stage, if you would, Scott. Yep. For listeners who think the Plug might turn out to be some bathroom shop, what do you do at the Plug? What is it?
Plug's a live music venue and a nightclub. We're on Matilda Street. We've been open there since 2005. We were there before. It was a smaller nightclub before. For those older people in Sheffield, they might
just
remember.
Remind them what it was.
It was Capital in the old days, and then in 2005 we bought the Pound Superstore next door and expanded and became 3 rooms, and Plug was born in 2005.
What goes on in there?
We do a mixture of live bands and club nights. So on Tuesday nights we have a club night called Spanked, which is popular.
Called?
Spanked.
Oh dear, what's that?
It's a student night.
Sounds a bit racy, is it?
Not too racy for you, Romy.
Well, I've been out of it. So the students spank each other on Tuesday. What else goes on?
Thursday is a student night as well.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, when we were planning Plug, it was not that we've got anything against students, but it was never designed in mind to be a student venue. We had in mind, because it's about a love of music, the plan was to put on good quality music that lots of people maybe weren't previously exposed to in sort of Sheffield and the South Yorkshire area. The reality about having to pay the bills is that you end up having to do more student-orientated events because we are a student-led city.
And tonight, what's going on in Plug?
We've just had a sell-out gig, which, was Catfish and the Bottlemen, and now the venue will be turning around about now, and then we'll be going into a club night called Propaganda.
And what happens in a club night called Propaganda on a Friday night in Sheffield?
We always have guest DJs from popular bands. So, for instance, the band from tonight are sticking around, and they'll be DJing at the club night as well. Again, another student night on a Friday night. Saturdays is aimed at being sort of more open to everybody, really. It's more of a dressy night, and each night has a different music policy as well.
And by now, 10:15 on a Friday night, are the students well hammered and sort of behaving in that studenty hammered way? Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a whole issue in itself, because you'll get me onto all sorts of issues like preloading.
Well, that's exactly what we want to do.
Yeah, so
they do preload. They stay in their student flats drinking vodka, and then come out and misbehave. That's what happens.
No, absolutely, and it is a massive issue for the industry. It's a massive issue for all of us, really, in terms of how that is managed and dealt with. If you read papers like the Daily Mail, there's, you would have an understanding that the venues are, create these issues that you will read about. The reality is that most venues are struggling to sell 2-3 drinks when the customers come for a night out. What is actually happening is, as you've described, that they are going, they're mostly staying at home, buying cheap booze from the off licenses in the supermarkets at that price. You know, in principle, I can't blame them. But in the old days, people used to come out in the licensing hours and drink moderately in licensed premises where they were closely managed and, you know, in a safe, proper environment. But now, with the way that everything's set up, that they're virtually encouraged to buy this cheap drink and preload, i.e., consume a lot of alcohol in a short period of time, come out into the city, and as I say, the venues themselves, you know, from a commercial point of view, are lucky to get 2 or 3 drinks.
Scott, thanks ever so much for being so open about it all. We're talking about the nighttime economy in Sheffield on a nighttime, on a Friday night. We've got a team of reporters all over the place tonight. We'll find out where they are.